This is the story of one coin and how that coin changed the world. At first glance, it appeared to be just an ordinary coin. It was round and small and somewhat worn around the edges. But there's more to it than meets the eye. This coin's journey around the world has been anything but ordinary.
YSF, it's Youth Service Fund, and it's a fund that was started by youth. The money is raised by youth and it's administered by youth, and it's money that's given to youth and children in need. This is one way that we would try to follow Christ, because he spread the word of God to people of all nations, people of all colors, of all races. It's a way for us to reach another side of the world, or to reach somebody around the block.
Well, I just think one of the most important things about the Youth Service Fund, and really the coolest thing, is that it's completely youth-led. Youth choose the projects we'll support, youth raise the money, and youth receive the money.
Youth Service Fund is a great opportunity for youth to decide where money goes and to actually make an impact in the world.
Christ calls us to show love and compassion, and that's what Youth Service Fund is. It's a chance for youth to help other youth, to help someone extend their education, helping to feed someone, helping to clothe someone, because that is what Christ tells us to do. He says, love your neighbor, and that's what Youth Service Fund is about.
Heeding this important call to action, the coin went on a mission of compassion, justice, and healing. Its journey began at an offering for the Youth Service Fund.
The money from the United Methodist Youth Service Fund is split 70 and 30%. 70% is retained at the local level. 30% of that is kept by the United Methodist Youth Organization Steering Committee and their Project Review Committee to be distributed at the national level.
After considering applications from projects all over the world, the review committee of 5 youths and 1 adult sent the coin on its first mission to Seattle, Washington.
I think everybody deserves a place to stay, a place to sleep, and food to eat.
University Way, otherwise known as the Ave, is it's one of the 3 known spots that a lot of homeless youth hang out at.
U Temple is a place where they provide a shelter to homeless youth age 18 to 24, and the purpose is to provide a safe, respectful environment for these youth who, just need a place to stay.
We try to find kids where they are, provide services that stabilize them where they are, and then aid them into one step closer to independent and stable living.
Without programs like this, there is nowhere for people to go.
I'm hoping that the youth that come here will know that there are people who want to listen to them, and that it's okay to talk about things that you're afraid of or problems that you have. I want them to feel safe. I want them to get the basic things that they need.
I want to believe that there's a positive effect that we're making. And in fact, I do believe that.
From the streets of Seattle, the coin quickly journeyed west, stopping at a ministry to children in the Philippines, then directly on to war-torn West Africa.
That was my very first time seeing people shot down, dead, staying hungry for 3 to 4 days with only drinking water. It was very tough.
Since the civil crisis in Liberia, there has been situations where young people could not relate to each other because of the atrocities that occur. And so young people initiated this project. We needed to provide an environment where young people could interact with each other. So that is what Prayer Project is all about. It's like bringing people together and trying to mend the broken pieces. And it's kind of like a transformation of life, out of a culture of violence to a culture of peace.
Crossing the Atlantic Ocean from Africa, the coin found its way to the beautiful state of West Virginia.
Because like everyone needs clothes, and it's important to have something like this where people can get that stuff.
Well, we sort clothes, and then we price clothes and like put them in their spots. It's like try to get customers in the thrift shop. On Tuesdays, we go to Scotch Run Settlement House, and we work on the computers for like ads for the radio and newspaper. We make signs, and then we like hold them out there on the like sidewalk, so when people pass by, they'll like come in.
Well, it's for people who don't have a lot of money. They can come here and buy like children's outfits and household stuff for less than you'd buy at a regular store.
Leaving the mountains of Morgantown, the coin headed to the downtown area of Los Angeles, California.
To learn like a song or something, it takes practice and it takes memorizing. And when you memorize something, it's like always there.
Dame la mano, which literally translates to give me your hand, take my hand, is a youth ministry here at Echo Park United Methodist Church, and specifically that serves to function as a resource for young people to come and have access to learning music.
Well, we have a lot of fun, and we play instruments and we sing.
It's a real draw, and I think the positive sort of mental attitude that is encouraged keeps them coming back.
It's better for them to be in a nice place like this, a holy place, if you will, instead of being around all that stuff that goes on in this area, like the gangsters and stuff. They're going around causing trouble and things like that.
So they could like get to know each other, get along. So like they can have a place to be, like instead of being like out in the streets and like doing stuff that's not right.
It's a family in itself when it's consistent and we spend a lot of time together. So they say that that's the reason a lot of young people are drawn to gang activity, because there's that familial sort of vibe within the gang, and we're sort of a good gang.
Along the way, the coin met up with other coins from offerings, fundraisers, youth events, concerts, you name it. From Los Angeles to San Antonio, then on to Buffalo, New York, and Chicago. It fed, it clothed, it taught, it healed. It made a difference in the life of every youth it came across. The ones who gave, and the ones who received. So the next time you see a coin lying in your path, think of the journey it might have been on, or the journey it might be waiting to take. Some coins sit in pockets or collect dust, and some coins change the world. But the truth be told, that coin didn't change the world. You did.
Every single penny goes to work. You could give 1 cent to support this, and we're going to use that 1 penny towards something good.
And so for a young person to be able to sacrifice a penny for the sake of saving somebody else's life, I think that person ministry has gone a long way, because the question comes back, what would Jesus do? And I think in that situation, Jesus would just do that to save a life. And I think that's what Youth Service Fund has been doing through the young people ministry here.
I think that is really the mission of the church, to bring compassion and justice into a broken world. And if we, the church, who have this very specific mission, don't respond, then who do we expect to respond?